Golden sunlight floods a pristine penthouse, illuminating its minimalist elegance. Isadora Vale, resplendent in a silk robe, sips coffee, her gaze fixed on the sprawling city below. The city awakens beneath her, a vibrant tapestry of life and ambition. A tranquil calm envelops her, a serene facade over an unseen depth. Her eyes, though composed, hint at a complex inner world, hidden from the world below. The morning routine unfolds, a silent ballet of luxury and unspoken secret. In a vast penthouse kitchen, Isadora moves with ritualistic precision, each movement a silent testament to her meticulous nature. She arranges a fruit platter, every berry a tiny edible jewel, placed with exacting care. A profound silence fills the spacious room, broken only by the delicate clinking of porcelain. Isadora continues her work, a picture of serene, focused dedication in the quiet morning. Julian Vale, impeccably dressed in a tailored suit, effortlessly ties his tie in the opulent penthouse bedroom. A fleeting flicker of self-satisfaction dances in his eyes as he surveys his reflection, a master of his domain. Isadora gracefully enters the room, her presence a soft counterpoint to Julian's sharp precision. "Good morning, Julian," Isadora greets him, her voice a gentle murmur in the luxurious morning air. Sunlight streams into the opulent penthouse, illuminating a lavish breakfast spread untouched by Isadora and Julian. Their conversation is clipped and formal, devoid of any warmth one would expect between a couple. Julian's eyes dart to his watch, a quick, almost imperceptible movement. His subtle gesture betrays a deep preoccupation, a world away from the lavish setting. The silence between them stretches, thick with unspoken words and emotional distance. Julian exits the building, his tailored suit gleaming in the morning light, a picture of effortless power. He slides into the waiting luxury car with practiced ease, a man accustomed to the finer things. His fingers dance across his phone screen, a subtle, knowing smile playing on his lips, hinting at a hidden triumph. High above, in the silent grandeur of a penthouse, Isadora watches, her expression an unreadable mask. The city sprawls beneath her, a world of secrets and unspoken desires, mirroring her own enigmatic gaze. Julian's journey begins, unaware of the silent, watchful eyes that follow his every move. In her sleek, modern home office, Isadora sits poised at her desk, an aura of quiet intensity surrounding her. Her gaze, sharp and unwavering, is locked on a large monitor, its screen illuminating her focused face. Julian's digital calendar dominates the display, a grid of dates and appointments laid bare before her searching eyes. Isadora meticulously scans each entry, her eyes narrowed in a fierce, unyielding concentration. Every detail is scrutinized, every date a potential clue in her silent, intense investigation. The screen glows, showcasing a calendar filled with mundane, recurring entries. Vaguely worded appointments like client meeting and late dinner fill the digital spaces. Each entry is a placeholder, a shadow of an actual event. My gaze, sharp and scrutinizing, begins to trace a hidden pattern within the routine. A sense of unease creeps in as the predictability reveals something unsettling. The seemingly innocuous calendar now holds a sinister, unspoken rhythm. In Isadora's home office, financial documents engulf her desk, a sea of paper reflecting her deep concentration. Her brow furrows, a testament to the intricate puzzle she pieces together from calendars and credit card receipts. With deliberate precision, her pen dances across the papers, highlighting charges with an almost surgical intent. The amplified scratch of her pen fills the quiet room, each stroke a stark declaration of her focused intensity. Isadora's world shrinks to the numbers, her resolve etched on her face as she uncovers hidden truths within the figures. A stack of crumpled receipts reveals a lavish lifestyle, starkly contrasting Julian's usual expenditures. Receipts from high-end restaurants, luxury florists, and boutique hotels betray a hidden extravagance. Isadora's jaw tightens imperceptibly, a flicker of emotion betraying her inner turmoil. The receipts lie like silent accusations, exposing a secret life beyond the mundane. In her home office, Isadora sits at her desk, bathed in the soft, ethereal glow of her monitor. Her fingers, nimble and precise, dance across the keyboard, a flurry of motion and intent. Each keystroke is a silent declaration as she types a name into the search engine. The screen flickers, a kaleidoscope of data forming on the digital canvas. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air as the search results quickly populate, a cascade of information. Her gaze, sharp and focused, scans the screen, seeking what lies hidden within the digital realm. The screen glows, filling with a cascade of search results, a digital echo of a name. The name Sienna Marlowe blazes into sharp focus, a beacon in the digital void. Links to meticulously crafted professional profiles and polished social media accounts sprawl across the screen. A striking photograph emerges, revealing a woman whose beauty is undeniably deliberate, a masterpiece of curated allure. Every pixel of her image screams intentionality, a carefully constructed facade of perfection. In her home office, Isadora leans back, a thoughtful and serene expression gracing her face, a decision clearly made. The soft hum of the air conditioning fills the quiet space, a gentle backdrop to her internal peace. She reaches for her phone, her movements deliberate and calm, a sense of finality in her touch. With a resolved gaze, she picks up the device, ready to act on her unwavering decision. In a luxurious restaurant, the soft clinking of cutlery and hushed conversations create an intimate ambiance. Isadora, radiant and full of life, and Julian, charming with an easy smile, are seated, their eyes locked in joyful conversation. A waiter pours champagne into their flutes, the bubbles mirroring the effervescence of their connection. Isadora giggles, her hand resting affectionately on Julian's, their touch a silent promise. He squeezes her hand gently, his gaze unwavering, a profound connection binding their souls. Isadora sits at her polished wooden desk, a phone pressed to her ear, her face a mask of unreadable calm. Her voice is steady, betraying no hint of the thoughts swirling beneath her composed exterior. She speaks into the phone, requesting a reservation for a private rooftop restaurant. The words, midday, neutral territory, hang in the air, hinting at a delicate, strategic encounter. Isadora's fingers hover, trembling slightly, over the send button on her phone screen. A moment of profound hesitation. The screen glows with the bold words, lunch. I believe we have something in common. A message fraught with unspoken meaning. Her breath hitches, a silent struggle playing out on her face as she weighs the consequences of her impending decision. Each second stretches, laden with the weight of anticipation. As the message hangs, unsent, on the digital precipice, the phone's cold light reflects in her eyes, a mirror to the churning storm of hope and fear within her. Sienna Marlowe sits in her stylish apartment, a picture of quiet concentration. Her phone buzzes, shattering the stillness of the room, drawing her attention. She picks it up, her brow furrowing in confusion as she reads the message, a mystery unfolding. A spark of curiosity ignites in her eyes, transforming her expression from bewilderment to intrigue. Sienna paces her worn apartment rug, a silent storm brewing within her as she clutches her smartphone tightly. Her wide eyes, a mix of apprehension and intrigue, are fixed on the screen, rereading a cryptic message. A silent battle rages across her features, caution warring with an undeniable pull of curiosity. The unseen words hold her captive, an invisible force tugging at her resolve, her fate hanging in the balance. Sunlight streams through the glass roof, illuminating a private rooftop restaurant, sparkling with an ethereal glow. Isadora sits at a pristine marble table, an aura of quiet composure surrounding her in a white silk blouse. Elegant white orchids stand tall, their delicate petals catching the light, a symbol of serene beauty. The gold flatware gleams on the table, reflecting the sun's rays, hinting at refined luxury. Her gaze, calm and collected, surveys the room, a picture of poised elegance bathed in golden light. Sienna steps onto the luxurious rooftop, her gaze sweeping across the elegant, sun-drenched space. A fleeting flicker of nervousness crosses her face, a silent battle of wills. Her expression hardens, replaced by a steely, determined confidence that masks any doubt. Her eyes lock onto a figure across the room, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. Isadora stands poised, her presence commanding attention amidst the sophisticated ambiance. Soft jazz music drifts through the air, painting a serene backdrop for the exclusive rooftop restaurant. Sienna glides across the polished floor, her presence an elegant ripple in the tranquil atmosphere. She approaches an exquisitely set table, bathed in the gentle daylight. Isadora, already seated, lifts her gaze, her eyes meeting Sienna's. A faint, welcoming smile blossoms on Isadora's lips, a silent invitation. The subtle gesture hints at a connection, a quiet anticipation between the two women. Atop a private rooftop restaurant, Isadora extends a graceful hand, a silent invitation hanging in the air. Sienna hesitates, a flicker of unease dancing in her eyes, her gaze fixed on the outstretched hand. Slowly, with a hint of trepidation, Sienna reaches out, her fingers brushing against Isadora's, a delicate touch, a moment of connection. As their hands finally meet, Isadora's voice, soft yet assured, breaks the silence. "You must be Sienna." Sienna, caught off guard, blinks slowly, her composure momentarily shattered in the private rooftop restaurant. The distant, delicate clinking of cutlery only amplifies the sudden, unsettling silence that has fallen. Her eyes, wide with surprise, search the face before her, a question forming on her lips. With a hesitant breath, Sienna finally asks, her voice a soft ripple in the quiet. "Yes, and you are?" Isadora's smile, fixed and unsettling, lingers on her face, a mask of serene precision. The unspoken words hang in the air, sharp and silent, like a dart finding its mark. Her gaze, devoid of aggression, holds a deeper, more chilling intent, a silent declaration. "Isadora." Julian's wife, echoes in the opulent rooftop restaurant. Her presence, a quiet force, commands attention in the bright daylight. Sienna's eyes, once composed, now widen with a dawning horror that chills to the bone. A frantic pulse throbs visibly in her neck, a desperate rhythm against her pale skin. She swallows hard, a struggle that betrays the immense effort to maintain her composure. The carefully constructed facade begins to crack, revealing the raw, visceral fear beneath. Her face contorts in a silent scream, a testament to the terror gripping her soul. Isadora gestures, inviting Sienna to sit, the city skyline looming as a silent, tense backdrop to their encounter. The air crackles with unspoken history, a palpable tension hanging between them amidst the urban expanse. Isadora's voice, low and steady, cuts through the charged atmosphere, a stark contrast to the brewing storm within. Her words, "I'm not here to argue, I prefer clarity," resonate with an icy calm, setting a definitive tone. In a private rooftop restaurant, Sienna slowly takes her seat, her gaze unwavering, fixed intently on Isadora. The elegant surroundings of the restaurant are belied by a palpable, almost suffocating tension in the air. The air crackles with unspoken words and unresolved emotions between the two women. A waiter moves silently, discreetly placing water glasses, a small ripple in the charged atmosphere. Sienna's eyes, a window to her soul, betray a complex mix of anticipation and trepidation. In a private rooftop restaurant, Sienna's eyes widen, a mixture of shock and betrayal reflecting in their depths. Her hands tremble almost imperceptibly, a silent testament to the turmoil raging within her. Her breath catches, a fragile gasp that seems to hang heavy in the hushed, tension-filled air. The whispered question, "You knew," pierces the silence, loaded with accusation and raw emotion. Isadora's gaze meets mine, unwavering, a silent challenge in her eyes. The rooftop restaurant hums with muted conversations, a stark contrast to the intensity of her stare. Sunlight glints off her dark hair, highlighting the resolute set of her jaw. A single, heavy word hangs in the air, her voice a low, firm declaration. For months, the weight of her words presses down, revealing a hidden depth of emotion and resolve. Her eyes, dark and unyielding, hold a story untold, a silent promise or a veiled threat. A long, heavy silence hangs in the air of the private rooftop restaurant, a suffocating blanket between them. The faint, distant hum of the city outside only amplifies the profound quiet within. A stark contrast. Sienna's eyes are wide, unseeing, as her mind races, a whirlwind of thoughts and revelations. Her expression is a complex tapestry of shock and dawning comprehension, processing the unsaid. The weight of the moment presses down, each second stretching into an eternity as she struggles to grasp it all. At a private rooftop restaurant, Sienna's eyes intently search Isadora's face, seeking an emotional anchor. The city skyline stretches behind them, an indifferent backdrop to Sienna's quiet struggle. Her voice, soft yet probing, breaks the silence. "You're angry," she assumes, a question in her tone. Sienna leans in slightly, her gaze unwavering, desperate for a reaction, a flicker of emotion. Every line on Isadora's face is scrutinized, every subtle shift in expression analyzed for a hint of rage. The tension between them hangs heavy, a silent battle of wills under the bright daylight. In a private rooftop restaurant, Isadora's head tilts slightly, a subtle gesture that speaks volume. Her eyes, usually so expressive, become unreadable, masking her true thoughts. A tense silence hangs in the air, amplifying the weight of her unspoken feeling. The word "no" escapes her lips, a stark and final declaration. Her gaze remains unwavering, leaving no room for argument or doubt. Sienna, usually so poised, sits across the table, her composure shattered by raw vulnerability as the city blurs behind her. Her eyes, wide and searching, bore into me, pleading for an answer to an unspoken question. The weight of the moment hangs heavy, a fragile silence broken only by her desperate plea. Her voice trembles, a raw whisper. Then why am I here? In a private rooftop restaurant, Isadora's hands rest gently on the marble table, her posture flawless. Her serene composure hints at a deeper resolve beneath the surface. The soft light of day illuminates her poised figure, a picture of quiet authority. Her gaze is steady, her voice calm, yet the words carry immense weight. "Because I'm offering you a choice," she declares, her tone unwavering. The unspoken power in her offer hangs in the air. A pivotal moment. Isadora's hands are gently intertwined, a picture of serene composure. Her fingers, a testament to quiet strength, rest calmly. A single diamond ring gleams on her left hand, a silent symbol of her sacred vows. The ring, a beacon of her marriage, catches the light with a subtle sparkle. Her hands, still and strong, convey a deep, unwavering commitment. Sienna stands on a private rooftop, her brow furrowed in deep confusion, the city skyline a blur behind her. Her eyes narrow, a ripple of disbelief crossing her face as she processes an unsettling declaration. The word hangs in the air, a stark echo in the silence. A choice? She repeats the word, her voice a fragile whisper, trying to grasp its meaning in this surreal moment. Isadora sits composed at a private rooftop restaurant, her gaze steady and serene. A waiter approaches, a chilled bottle of champagne gleaming in his hand, ready to serve. The sunlight glints off the bottle as the waiter prepares to pour, a moment of anticipated luxury. Isadora offers a subtle nod, a quiet affirmation. Yes. Her eyes hold a hint of anticipation, reflecting the sparkling beverage. In a private rooftop restaurant, Isadora's gaze remains fixed, unwavering, her expression unreadable. The city skyline stretches behind her, a silent witness to the tension in the air. Her voice, cool and deliberate, cuts through the quiet. "You can continue seeing Julian temporarily?" Her eyes narrow slightly as she adds, "While I finalize certain financial adjustments." A veiled threat hangs in the air. Sienna's breath hitches, a sharp, sudden intake of air, her eyes widening with a dawning terror. Her gaze darts wildly around the opulent room, taking in every lavish detail as if seeing it for the first time. The luxurious surroundings now seem to press in on her, the gilded cage tightening its hold. Isadora's words, like venom, slowly seep into Sienna's mind, their full implications chilling her to the bone. A profound realization dawns in her widening eyes, a silent scream trapped behind her trembling lips. Isadora stands poised, her unwavering gaze cutting through the luxurious rooftop air, her words hanging like a challenge. Her eyes, sharp and resolute, hold the weight of her unspoken threat, demanding a response. A silent tension stretches between them, thick with unspoken possibilities. Her voice, a silken blade, offers a stark choice. Or you can walk away now and keep your dignity intact. At a private rooftop restaurant, sunlight bathes the elegant setting, hinting at a momentous occasion. A waiter, with practiced grace, meticulously prepares two flutes, their crystal surfaces gleaming. The golden champagne pours, a stream of liquid light filling the delicate glasses. Tiny, effervescent bubbles dance and shimmer, mirroring the unspoken anticipation in the air. The soft, strategic cadence of words hangs suspended, each syllable charged with hidden meaning. The scene is set for a pivotal moment where every detail holds profound significance. Sienna sits at a pristine table, the sprawling cityscape a glittering, overwhelming backdrop beneath her. The sun glares off the towering glass of nearby skyscrapers, making her feel acutely exposed and vulnerable. She leans forward slightly, her posture tense, her gaze fixed with an intense scrutiny on something unseen. Her eyes narrow, a silent challenge in their depths as she studies the object of her intense focus. A single sharp line escapes her lips, cutting through the silence. "You're testing me." The accusation hangs in the air, a palpable tension between her and the unseen provocateur. Isadora, poised in the private rooftop restaurant, offers a faint, knowing smile, a glint of insight in her eyes. Her gaze, sharp and deliberate, shifts, hinting at an unspoken truth. With a subtle shake of her head, she dismisses an unseen presence. "Not you." Her eyes narrow, a dramatic emphasis on her true target. A single, pointed word hangs in the air, a declaration. Him. In a private rooftop restaurant, Sienna's gaze drifts from her chilled champagne flute, sparkling in the daylight. Her eyes, dark and thoughtful, settle on Isadora, whose face is alight with an eager, almost demanding expectation. A subtle shift crosses Sienna's features, a flicker of something unreadable, yet profoundly significant. Her breath catches, a fleeting moment of hesitation, as if grappling with a sudden, unwelcome revelation. A dawning comprehension plays across her face, a silent storm brewing behind her composed facade. The air crackles with unspoken tension as Sienna's expression solidifies, a new resolve hardening her gaze. In a dimly lit penthouse office, Isadora stands rigid by her large desk, the city lights twinkling far below like scattered diamonds. The phone is pressed to her ear, her posture unyielding as long shadows dance with the subtle city movements outside. Her expression is a mask of steely resolve, betraying the significance of this culminating conversation. Isadora's voice cuts through the quiet. "Yes, I understand. Proceed as we discussed." A chilling finality in her tone. "I want this handled decisively." In a flashback, Isadora sits at a polished desk, her focused gaze sweeping over a formidable stack of documents. Her eyes, sharp and calculating, absorb every detail of the financial papers spread before her. With a confident, decisive motion, she picks up a pen, poised to seal the fate of complex maneuvers. A swift, powerful stroke of her pen marks the papers, a final, unyielding seal of approval on her completed financial triumphs. In the exclusive rooftop restaurant, Sienna's eyes narrow imperceptibly, a flicker of comprehension igniting within their depths. The serene composure and precise words of Isadora begin to coalesce, forming a disquieting pattern in Sienna's mind. A chilling realization dawns as Sienna connects the subtle threads, the pieces of a complex puzzle slowly falling into place. The implications of Isadora's calm demeanor unfold, revealing a hidden depth that sends a shiver down Sienna's spine. A private rooftop restaurant, bathed in the soft glow of day, awaits a momentous occasion. The waiter, with meticulous care, approaches a polished marble table. His hands, steady and precise, hold two delicate champagne flutes. Catching the light with a soft, almost reverent motion, he places the flutes onto the cool, smooth stone. A faint, ethereal clink of crystal against marble echoes, a singular sound in the opulent silence. The sound hangs in the air, amplifying the anticipation within the luxurious, quiet space. Sunlight floods a luxurious, secluded rooftop restaurant, illuminating an untouched bottle of champagne chilling in an ice bucket. Two women sit motionless, the champagne a silent testament to an unspoken tension between them. The cork remains firmly in place, a symbol of their unresolved standoff. Neither woman reaches for the bottle, their gaze is fixed on a distant, silent horizon. Sienna sits at the rooftop restaurant table, a chilling wave of realization washing over her, her face paling. Her eyes, once sparkling with hopeful anticipation, now reflect a stark and painful understanding. The truth dawns, crushing her spirit. She was never a contender for Julian's heart. Instead, she was merely a pawn, a tragic piece in a larger, unseen game. The bright day suddenly feels cold and hollow, mirroring the emptiness in her heart. Inside a lavish private rooftop restaurant, Isadora leans forward, her eyes gleaming with a knowing intensity. The city skyline stretches out behind her, a silent witness to her hushed revelation. Her voice drops to a conspiratorial tone, hinting at a secret about to unravel. A sly, almost mischievous smile plays on her lips as she prepares to share a hidden truth. Julian believed he was managing two women, Isadora reveals, her words hanging in the air like a challenge. The statement carries the weight of a secret uncovered, a game Julian thought he was winning. Sienna sharply turns her head, a blush creeping across her cheeks as she averts her gaze. A wave of embarrassment washes over her, her expression tightening with a sudden spark of anger. She feels utterly foolish, a raw sense of betrayal stinging her. Her eyes narrow, convinced she has been completely played. In a private rooftop restaurant, Isadora leans forward, her eyes sharp and unwavering, a silent force. The city sprawls beneath her, a testament to the power she wields. A faint, knowing smile plays on her lips, a hint of a secret victory. Her voice, calm and resolute, cuts through the air. What he didn't realize was that I had already restructured the estate. In a private rooftop restaurant, Sienna's eyes widen, a flicker of shock crossing her features. A grudging admiration for Isadora's foresight begins to etch itself onto Sienna's face. The revelation unfolds, leaving Sienna momentarily stunned by the depth of Isadora's planning. Sienna's expression shifts, a complex mix of surprise and reluctant respect for Isadora's cunning. Isadora sits poised across the table, The city skyline, a glittering, indifferent backdrop to the tension between us. Her voice, a low hum, cuts through the restaurant's ambient murmur, each word landing with a heavy, unsettling weight. The air crackles with unspoken implications as Isadora's gaze holds mine, a silent challenge in her eyes. The city sprawls beneath us, a vast, bustling world unaware of the seismic shift occurring at our table. Then, the words drop like stones. Transferred investments. The revelation hangs, a chilling echo, against the vibrant, sun-drenched panorama of the metropolis. Sienna stands on a private rooftop, her eyes widening as the sprawling city below unfolds like a grand, intricate design. The panoramic view reveals the city's vastness, each building a piece in a meticulously crafted board game. Her gaze sweeps across the urban landscape, every detail now a clue to Isadora's intricate exit strategy. A chilling realization dawns on Sienna, her expression shifting from awe to a profound understanding. The full scope of the plan, both brilliant and terrifying, solidifies in her mind. The city, once a symbol of life, now appears as a stage for a meticulously orchestrated escape, leaving Sienna utterly stunned. Isadora sits across the table, her gaze steady and unwavering, revealing a silent intensity. The city's quiet hum is briefly shattered by the distant, mournful wail of a siren. Her voice, calm yet firm, delivers a chilling pronouncement. Activated clauses. The words hang in the air, a stark contrast to the peaceful rooftop, hinting at unseen forces. Sunlight streams into a lavish rooftop restaurant, glinting off crystal and silverware. Sienna sits at a pristine table, the opulence setting a stark contrast to her internal contemplation. A thoughtful expression settles on her face, a silent revelation dawning within her eyes. She processes the understanding of Isadora's financial independence, a truth that reshapes her perspective. The glint of the sun on the table mirrors the clarity that now illuminates Sienna's thoughts. Isadora sits at a rooftop table, the city skyline sprawling beneath her like a conquered kingdom. A faint, enigmatic smile plays on her lips, hinting at a victory only she comprehends. Her gaze sweeps across the urban expanse, a quiet triumph radiating from her very being. The city, vibrant and alive, seems to hum in agreement with her silent exultation. With a knowing glance, she whispers, prepared an exit strategy that favored her entirely. Under the harsh midday sun, Sienna sits at an elegant rooftop restaurant, an untouched meal before her. Her face, a canvas of dawning, terrible realization, stares out at the indifferent city skyline. A chilling revelation washes over her as the puzzle pieces click into place. An affair revealed as a weapon. She realizes, with a cold dread, she's been a pawn in a meticulously planned game she never knew existed. Golden sunlight floods the elegant rooftop restaurant, illuminating dust motes dancing like tiny secrets in the air. Isadora sits across from her companion, her hands clasped so tightly they appear white, a silent struggle evident. Her gaze, distant and heavy, seems lost in a world far beyond the sunlit room. Her voice barely a whisper, a profound confession escapes her lips, a stark revelation. The affair wasn't betrayal, it was evidence. The quiet pronouncement hangs in the air, a devastating truth unveiled amidst the deceptive calm of the day. Sienna's eyes, wide with a sudden, chilling flicker of fear, betray her inner turmoil. A dawning understanding washes over her features, replacing terror with a grim recognition. Her gaze softens, a profound and unexpected sense of empathy for Isadora blooming within her. The shift in her expression is subtle, yet profound, revealing a complex tapestry of emotions. In her eyes, fear, comprehension, and a surprising compassion intertwine, painting a vivid story. Sienna's face becomes a canvas of unspoken feelings, a testament to her evolving perception of Isadora. Sienna stands on a private rooftop, the city skyline, a sprawling canvas beneath her, yet her gaze is lost in a distant, unfocused world. A cold, hard realization washes over her, settling deep within her as the chilling truth finally takes hold. Her eyes, once filled with hope, now reflect the stark understanding that she was merely a pawn in Isadora's elaborate game. The bitter taste of being Julian's confirmation, a necessary piece, lingers in the air as the city hums on, oblivious to her heartbreak. Inside an opulent rooftop restaurant, bathed in golden daylight, Isadora's hand hovers over a delicate champagne flute. She slowly lifts the flute, its crystal catching the light, a silent prelude to a moment of decision. With a deliberate, almost defiant grace, she swirls the shimmering liquid within, a silent dance of anticipation. The bubbles effervesce, a tiny tempest contained. Yet Isadora's gaze remains distant, her lips unkissed by the wine. Her gesture speaks volumes, a refusal, a moment suspended in time. The champagne, a mere prop in her silent defiance. The morning sun, bright and relentless, glares off the gleaming gold flatware, momentarily blinding Sienna. The opulent surroundings of the rooftop restaurant, once a dream, now feel like a suffocating cage. Sienna's eyes narrow, her gaze fixed on the blinding reflection, a silent struggle playing out within her. The golden sheen of luxury, once alluring, now feels heavy, a gilded prison around her. In a private rooftop restaurant, Isadora gently sets down her flute with a soft, resonant clink. Her gaze, sharp and intense, locks onto the woman seated across from her, a silent challenge in her eyes. The air crackles with unspoken tension as Isadora leans forward, her expression unyielding. Her voice cuts through the quiet. "So, which woman do you intend to be?" Sienna's eyes widen, reflecting a sudden jolt of shock. A silent gasp trapped within her. A flush of humiliation creeps across her cheeks, a searing blush betraying her composure. Her lips part slightly, a hint of vulnerability in her expression as the truth dawns. A flicker of something new, a reluctant respect, begins to ignite in her gaze. Her brow furrows, acknowledging Isadora's formidable intellect. A silent admission of defeat. The complex interplay of emotions paints a vivid tableau on Sienna's face. A silent storm raging within. The camera slowly pulls back, revealing two women seated at a table in a private rooftop restaurant, their meeting shrouded in mystery. Isadora sits with an unsettling calm, her composure a stark contrast to the tension in the air. Sienna, visibly shaken, struggles to maintain her composure, her eyes wide with unspoken fear. The unspoken drama between them hangs heavy, a silent battle playing out under the bright daylight. The sprawling city skyline stretches endlessly, a concrete jungle under the vast open sky. Towering skyscrapers pierce the heavens, their facades glinting in the daylight. Amidst this urban immensity, a luxurious rooftop restaurant perches precariously atop one such giant. It appears as a small, isolated bubble, a haven of exclusivity high above the bustling streets. The restaurant, a jewel against the backdrop of the city, offers a breathtaking and panoramic view. This elevated sanctuary stands as a testament to luxury, an oasis of calm in the urban wilderness. In a private rooftop restaurant, Sienna's gaze avoids the untouched champagne flute, a silent symbol of unshared celebration. Her eyes drift toward Isadora, a complex mixture of emotions swirling within their depths. Beyond Isadora, the vast, sprawling city unfolds beneath the panoramic glass walls, a world stretching endlessly. The city's immense horizon mirrors the expanse of Sienna's thoughts, a silent, dramatic backdrop to her inner turmoil. Her gaze lingers on the cityscape, lost in a profound moment of reflection, as if searching for an answer in the distant skyline. In the opulent silence of a private rooftop restaurant, Isadora sits, her posture rigid, a statue of anticipation. Her gaze, unwavering and intense, is fixed on the entrance, a silent sentinel awaiting a pivotal arrival. The air itself seems to hold its breath, a heavy, almost tangible stillness pressing down. Every moment stretches, thick with unspoken possibilities, each second pregnant with Sienna's impending decision. The profound quiet amplifies the tension, making the weight of the coming choice almost unbearable. In a private rooftop restaurant, sunlight glints off the crystal, casting a luxurious glow. Sienna's hand moves with deliberate slowness, pushing her champagne flute away from her. The small, almost imperceptible gesture carries the weight of unspoken emotion. Her eyes, though still, betray a storm brewing beneath the surface of her composure. Bathed in the warm daylight of a private rooftop restaurant, Isadora's face remains a mask of serene composure. A flicker of triumph dances in her eyes, barely perceptible to the casual observer. Her chin dips in a subtle, almost imperceptible nod, a silent affirmation of her cunning. The world around her continues, oblivious to the intricate web she has meticulously woven. Every detail of her plan, a masterpiece of manipulation, unfolds precisely as she intended. In a private rooftop restaurant, Sienna rises from the table, her movements stiff with a resolute, unspoken finality. She casts a last, lingering glance at Isadora, a silent acknowledgement of a battle lost. Her eyes convey a complex mix of defeat and understanding, a somber farewell in their depths. The unspoken words hang heavy in the air, a poignant testament to their shared, fractured history. Sienna emerges from the rooftop restaurant, sunlight illuminating her determined stride. Her head is held high, a beacon of newfound dignity in the bright day. Each step she takes is firm, a testament to her unwavering self-respect. The city skyline stretches behind her, a backdrop to her personal triumph. She walks away, embracing the path she has chosen, a quiet victory in every movement. Isadora sits alone at a pristine table, surrounded by a breathtaking abundance of white orchids, their petals glowing. Shimmering gold flatware gleams under the bright daylight, reflecting her solitary elegance. Her delicate fingers slowly reach for a champagne flute, a gesture of refined grace. She takes a deliberate sip, a subtle, almost imperceptible smile playing on her lips, hinting at a hidden satisfaction. Below, the sprawling city stretches out, a vast panorama seemingly at her command. Isadora's eyes survey the urban landscape, a quiet power radiating from her serene expression.